Alright, so I thought it would be fun to sit here and just speak to a camera for absolutely no reason because I have nothing better to do tonight, and I feel like yapping. So I wrote a few things down throughout the day that I wanted to go over, just random thoughts that popped in my head. There's going to be, no correlation between the things that I say throughout this video. I'm also inebriated, so let's begin. Honestly, this microphone is so good. I also am just enjoying hearing the sound of my own voice through the headphones. Is that narcissistic? Maybe. I don't care. So starting off strong, I have sometimes the biggest bird is the one that's behind you. I don't know what made this pop into my head. I think I was just really unbelievably bored.
I promised a list of my fave would you rather questions I like to ask people. So these are the would you rather be sticky or itchy for the rest of your life? I'm saying sticky.
Sticky or itchy for the rest of your life? Sticky. Yeah. Right. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot what we were doing. I'm the one that made this up. What am I saying? You know what? I have a few good Twitter drafts I'd like to go on with. Okay, maybe not. Okay. As long as my Uber driver gets me there in one piece and isn't weird or rude, I'll give them 5 stars. Now, I take a lot of Ubers for work, and I have to say that this is my personal experience. I've done DoorDash before. I used to be a driver. I know how life-sucking it can be sometimes. I would appreciate if somebody did that to me when I was doing DoorDash. Honestly, when I used to get decent reviews, it would be like a 5-star. Maybe they'd say like nice or fast work or something. That used to make me feel so good, and I was getting paid dirt like you wouldn't believe. DoorDash workers and Grubhub and Uber Eats, I empathize with all of your drivers. That was dark time. Moving on. I have ChatGPTQIA+. As I'm saying that, it sounds homophobic, but if you know me, listen to my voice. Come on. Catch on. Bitches delete TikTok and start watching Instagram Reels. And I think it speaks for itself, but it's always really funny when, somebody's like, oh, I'm just over TikTok. It's so toxic. Oh, I'm deleting the app. And then they're scrolling through Instagram Reels like it isn't the exact same thing. I have in quotations, my life is a movie. No, you do cocaine. Do what you want. Some of these are really sad. When you see a Katniss and Peeta edit from Hunger Games and you cry. Now, I was having quite a night and I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw a Katniss and Peeta edit and I was brought to tears. I was really moved by it. It was beautiful and emotional. One thing that nobody wants to actually tell you is that the Hunger Games movies are all good. And I'm not just saying that. I genuinely mean that they are all fantastic. I think the characters are really good. I think especially the first 2 are just awesome. Like the first one really laid the ground for everything that the second one came in and swooped up. It was so good. I actually think Hunger Games Catching Fire is the best sequel ever. Now, people like to tell you it's The Godfather 2, but I think it's The Hunger Games Catching Fire. I think real ones understand me, and they agree. So I wrote down, you always smell a skunk, but you don't always see a skunk. That also just stemmed from, a real thought I had. Actually, let's break it down, because when's the last time you actually saw a skunk in the street? And I know some people are going to be like, I saw one yesterday. No, you didn't. You're lying. You always smell them, but do you ever see them? It's a lot to think about. Gives me something to think about. All right, speed round. The devil isn't real, but your schizophrenia is. I'm relinquishing my last remaining brain cell to God. My stomach hurts so bad, and for this I am braver than most. There is something so special about $1 pizza. The second a film is called A Labor of Love by the cast when asked if it's good, that's how you know it's gutter skunk bad. Wow. Okay, TikTok break. This is just ads. Oh my god. Alright, would you rather break? Would you rather always have wet socks or always feel like there's a rock in your shoe? I think I'm going to go with wet socks because I feel like you could get more used to that. What? Would you rather feel small doses of pain throughout the day or feel one big pain at the end of the day? Who is writing these? But I'm going to go with small doses. Would you rather aliens be real or Bigfoot be real? Now this is really hard for me. I've always loved Sasquatch. I feel like we're kindred spirits ever since I was a kid. But I think the concept of aliens is so much cooler if they were to be real. Because, like, it's just Sasquatch, for all intents and purposes, is just a big ape. So I'm going to go with aliens because X-Files. No further comments. Okay, I need to get something off my chest. I need to admit that I pay every month for AMC A-List, and I rarely ever go to the movies. And my only justification for keeping this payment going is that I'm supporting theaters and that when I want to go, it's just going to be so easy and convenient. So one day I'll just go all the time. But in reality, it's because I don't really live close to an AMC that, I really want to go to. It's not convenient for any of my friends to come to me. So, like, meeting halfway at the other AMC is a lot better. But it's kind of far, and I don't want to go by myself, which I know is lame. But so I'm going to continue to justify it as if I'm, like, actually supporting theaters, because I am, kind of. I have my feet up right now. I'm chilling. This is everything right now. I need to do this more often. Oh my god. So I'm recording this on December 13th, and it's December, it's the holiday season, but I'm not really feeling it this year. And I don't know if it's just because of work or just stress in general, but I just don't have that many days off, so it doesn't really feel like a holiday. It's kind of sad. And this is one of the first years where I just haven't had any Christmas spirit, really. And I'm not as sad because of that fact as you may think I would be, which is also kind of weird. Like, I've just kind of accepted it. This is getting real. But it's true. I don't know. This year feels different. There's like a dark cloud looming over everything. But things will get better. I know it to be true. Because I've said it. And therefore, it shall be. If you put that in a book 10,000 years ago, I'm not saying I would become a prophet. But speaking of prophets, hear me out. Harps. I think that harps are such a beautiful instrument. And I think if you put me in a room with a harp for 2 hours, I bet I could find out the truth about religion. And I've always said that. And it's true. I just got an email from LinkedIn. That's sad. I did not want to become a LinkedIn person. Another thing that, as I'm just looking around, I love my apartment. I love my apartment so much. It's so cozy. It's awesome. Look at that thing. It's so cool. So cool. I wish I could do this all the time. I'm currently staring at a screen, and it's on Shudder. I just finished watching the Creep tapes. I don't know if anybody's ever seen Creep and Creep 2. I think they're streaming on Netflix, maybe. They're found footage horror movies. And they're really funny, and they're really good. And my heat just kicked on, which is good because I was getting a little cold. But anyways, the Creep tapes is just like a sequel, prequel series. And yeah, it's fun. That's all I have to say. I also just rewatched Severance, which has been amazing. It's coming back soon. If you haven't seen Severance, go see it. It's best show recent history for me. I feel like I haven't seen, besides Severance, I feel like I haven't been attached to a new TV show like that in so long. You know also what I can't believe, on the topic of TV shows, that American Horror Story is still going. The crazy thing about me is that I actually have kept up with American Horror Story, except I could not physically bring myself to watch it anymore. With the Kim Kardashian season and the Emma Roberts season, I couldn't do it. That's the first season of American Horror Story I didn't watch. And unless this new season has like an interesting concept and it's not based off of something else, I could watch. I don't think I will. NYC was the last one I saw, I think, and it wasn't bad, honestly, but it wasn't really good either. It just felt like we've seen it before, whatever. It wasn't as deep as it thought it was, but that's most of American Horror Story when it tries to be. Anyways, I could go on about American Horror Story forever, but we'll save that for another time. Asylum and Murder House are the best seasons, and you can't argue with that. I got a little too comfortable. Let's stand on business. I've been listening to a lot of Magdalena Bay recently. Secrets, so good, and their entire new album, Imaginal Disc, incredible. Just bought tickets to see them. Haven't seen a live show in forever, which is another thing. I don't know, why did I stop going to see concerts? Maybe I just haven't been interested in any music like that lately, but it's been so long. I miss it. I love going to concerts. So that'll be fun. Yeah, that album is incredible. It's kind of been on repeat. Go listen. Or don't. I don't care. This microphone really does sound good. At least in these headphones. I hope it does, when I export it as well. I think I've got a career. I know I said earlier that I'm not really feeling festive, but I am staring directly at my Christmas tree, and it's really cute, and it's making me feel festive, so maybe I just changed my mind. Does anyone remember Miniclip? I feel like every time I bring it up, it's always mixed results, and people are like, what are you talking about? Or somebody will be like, oh my god, yeah. But nobody does, I feel like, and I'm a little bit upset by that. I used to play Bloons Tower Defense on there all the time, and recently I used the free month subscription to Apple Arcade, and they had a Bloons Tower Defense game, and I'm not gonna lie, I downloaded it. Yeah, it's just like how it used to be. Not really, it's different and modern, but it's still fun. I also haven't been playing any games recently. What have I been doing? I don't know. I'm not going to think about that. Another thing I was just thinking about, you could tell me how a record player works 1,000 times, and every time I look at it go, I would still think it's done by magic, black magic, and I love every second of it. It's the best thing in the world. But what I don't love is the Roomba that we have. Yeah, you heard me. She doesn't do a good job. Sorry, babe. Just sit for a second and listen to the nothingness right now. It's kind of like beautiful. This is really going to encourage me to just write down random thoughts that I have throughout the day so that I can just keep talking to a camera for no reason, just to yap about it, because I have nothing better to do, and it sounds fun, and it's been fun, so I don't even care if nobody watches this. I just need to let it out. I recommend that everybody do this, but for now, no further comments.